What's my favourite fashion? For me, I guess it's creating uniforms because they come from within. I'd go to bed and I'd be thinking about, all right, the group needs a new uniform. How can I make this different from any other uniform? A lot of times in the middle of the night I'd wake up and think, oh, I can do that. and it sort of stems from there. Yeah. And so the next morning, as soon as it's sunlight, if you like, we're up running around trying to find the materials because it's still there.
Oh, it's going to be a nice day here, Auntie.
Huh?
Nice day.
Yep.
Yeah. Whaia ki te uru tapanui a tāne, tāne te waiora, tāne te pukunga, tāne te tokorangi. Puta ki te whaiau, ki te au marama. Tū te kana, tū te maraka, te tuhi te rarama e noho te matara nei. Tūturu mai kia whakamaua kia tina. Haumi e, hui e, tāi ki e.
The Glickman's going up on the top.
Oh, yes, Tay. Jumping?
Whoa, heck.
Oh, that was close.
You fell, eh?
Yeah.
Both her and I like to try different materials. Some say don't mix the sea with the land, but I don't believe that. Both of them have their own beauty, and why not have them together? It's like a marriage, you're quite different.
True.
And you come together. So I like to put pounamu with pawa, pounamu with feathers, and I do that a lot on the uniforms. I mix the both because of the beauty, because of the past. That was our people. And so I'm showing to the audience that we're carrying on the traditions of the past.
We are one of the few rōpū that have full skirts. Our piu-piu and the bottom of our skirts represent auraki, our maunga, and waitaki, our awa. The orange of our group represents Te Ahi Kāroa, the eternal flame, the everlasting love of haka that burns within us. Our pounamu tie us to here, to Te Waipounamu. They're a link to our ancestors of Te Taipōtini. I feel like when Toa makes our uniforms for us, she's bringing the history and the knowledge that she knows with her, and she's putting them into our uniforms so that we can share them with everyone else.
When this is finished and it wraps around my grandchild, he will have all his ancestors wrapped around him to make sure that when he is speaking, that he speaks for the good of the people. That's what it is for. A true rangatira is someone who looks after all the people. It's quite a lot of muka on here, and that he hopefully has the fibre that makes him the fibre of a man, will be nice and strong. And that as his cloak is woven, he too will be a wonderful man as he grows up. Being wrapped in a cloak of love, which is what I call it, or a cloak of righteousness, really. So that whatever's right has been for our ancestors, hopefully this is woven for the mukapuna to do the same. That his actions will be right by the people.
I guess we're trying to say to our younger generation, you can do it. Our elders did it, why can't we? And we need to hold on to these things because the materials don't last forever.
These fragments we know are over 500 years old. They're found at Kaituarite, and they're the earliest examples of Māori textiles that exist. One of the things that I overheard Mum talking about are the type of stitching that's now happening, that was happening 500 years ago, and how some of that stitching is very familiar, and how some of it is stuff that that weavers could learn from.
Yes. That's exactly what we do today. Same weaving, same technique. This is exquisite weaving. It's very, very fine. It's very precise weaving. Beautiful. You would have to have a lot of practice to get this technique. I look at it and think about our people way back then, our ancestors, how proficient they were at what they did. Can I just talk about patterns? Because I love that subject. Patterns.
Yes.
Patterns to me come from nature too.
Yeah.
And by that I mean, you look at a praying mantis when it's praying and have a look how you've just hit on it, how his legs are shaped. Yeah. You look at it, there's your triangle straight away, right? And you look at the sea in the wake of a ship, you see it going like this, there's your other pattern, there's your aramoana pattern. Patterns come from nature and from everything to do with it, the animals, the birds, look at all their shapes and all their colours, that's where patterns came from. They don't belong to you, they don't belong to me. They're the universe.
500 years ago, we were doing whāriki with our traditional natural resources. Skip forward to 2015, 16, 17, and we've now got our weavers using those same techniques, that same patterning, and the same concept of what a whāriki is and how we use whāriki, and then now doing that in paving stones.
We were asked by our own hapu if we would do the whāriki.
Oh, we were,
Yeah.
that's right, Tuahui.
Yeah, Tahu.
It was Tuahui,
Yep.
marae, that asked, yeah.
Yep.
They had stated to both Morehu and I that they would like their rātana designs on the pavings, they would like their putties designed on the pavings, and the Ngāi Tahu emblem, if you like. So her and I went back and discussed this, and we both felt strongly no.
We couldn't put them on the floor, on the
No.
street, so people can trample all over our mana. No.
No.
So that's why we didn't do it.
Morehu and I sat down and once again tried to figure out new designs.
We loved doing the one on the bridge. When we explained about, the design of it, there was lots of people crying in the audience. Yeah, so it's all about, it was so relative to the bridge that people just think it's lovely. We had the lines of those who went to war, and then when they came back there weren't so many. And then of course the poppies. We had the actual flower designed on those oblongs. The general populace of Canterbury now call them the welcoming mats, which they are if they're the pōwhiri process. The tikanga behind it is the pōwhiri. Ngāi Tahu will be through the city, just in that artwork alone. That's the thing we need to see within our community as well.
Yeah,
Because we
it's not-
didn't have it before. You never saw hardly, and in fact they thought there was no Māori in Christchurch. Yes.
Well, for me, it's a sense of pride that we're keeping the tradition's alive.
We don't want a lot of things going with us to the grave. We don't want our kākahu of kaitaka going to the grave or anything else, any other techniques.
And that's what our whole purpose, both of us, our purpose is as weavers, is to pass the knowledge on.
He mea tautoko nā te māngai.
Ngāi Tahu.